If they want to fight, then a war is what they're gonna get.
As if 2024 hasn't been eventful enough. I mean, people are still trying to pick up the pieces from Hurricane Helene that just wrecked the East Coast a few days ago. And now Georgia apparently is on fire because of some wild chemical plant explosion. And if that shit ain't enough, tonight it's looking like the longshoremen are ready to hit the picket lines. Yikes. So, buckle up, because we got to talk about something that's got the folks on the coast and really everywhere real shook. That is the potential longshoremen strike. And if y'all don't know, longshoremen are the people responsible for loading and unloading all of the goods that come in and out of our ports. And I'm talking about everything from food, electronics, your favorite shoes. I mean, everything we import. Now, there's been rumblings about this strike for a minute. So let's break down what this means, how it's going to affect us, and most importantly, how you can prep for the outcome if this thing really goes down. Because if the workers on the docks decide to walk off, trust and believe, it's going to hit our pockets real quick. All right, first off, why are they striking? Well, the short version is money, safety, and respect. Listen, just like the rest of us, they're trying to secure the bag, okay? Nobody's working for free. Nobody's working for crumbs. And those paychecks apparently aren't paychecking. But it's not just about the paychecks, right? The working conditions on the docks can be wild sometimes. We're talking about safety risk, long hours, and then there's automation that's creeping in, threatening to take these jobs. So, yeah, I can see the longshoremen saying, you're not finna play us like that. Nah, okay? I can see that. But here's the thing. If they strike, we're talking about major delays on shipments. The ports in the U.S. handle like 40% of all imports. And if nobody's moving stuff, that backlog is going to hit real different.
Also tonight, we're just hours away from a strike at several major U.S. ports along the East Coast and Gulf Coast. Christine Romans is here with the high stakes for the economy. Christine?
Yeah, time is running out, Lester, and you've got truckers and rails just scrambling tonight to move billions of dollars in goods before the gates close at 14 major ports, stranding everything from cars and bananas to electronics, apparel, shoes, just thousands of other imports. Tens of thousands of dock workers from New England to Texas vowing to strike at midnight when their 6-year contract expires. Now, the union boss was offered today a 50% pay increase. It's also asking for less automation. The Maritime Alliance, representing the shippers and the ports, they've asked the federal labor officials to get the union back to the table. Every day of a strike could cost the economy $4.5 billion.
If they want to fight, then a war is what they're gonna get. I've been a longshoreman for over 23 years. And one thing I do know to be true, gas has went up. The cost of living has constantly went up. And throughout these 23 years that I've been on the waterfront, we've only asked for $2, $3, or maybe $5 over the course of the contract. We've done our part. And we're asking, hey, you do your part. Because during the pandemic, we never stopped working. Imagine that a hospital is looking for a type of blood to be shipped to it. And it's on the ship that I'm working on. But it's pouring down raining, lightning. We can't stop working. We got to get that box off so that hospital can continue to drive and save the people's lives that they've been working on. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're at with it. And we just want to be respected for it. And I think it's high time that we demand that. And we're long overdue. Automation is serious. Yeah. Because when you bring new automation in to take away from our jobs, you don't make means for that person to have a job. They're pushed over to the side and they can't do their job that they've been accustomed to doing. What we're asking is allow our people to continue to work in this industry without going to get an extra job to make ends meet. Allow us to take care of our families like we've been doing with the wages that we currently have in place. Continue that trend. That's all we're asking for. And if we have to sit out 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, we're prepared to do that.
I know you guys remember how crazy things got during the panini, okay? When those supply chains got all messed up. Yeah, well, deja vu, we might see that again. We can see empty shelves, the prices going up, all that. But don't trip. I've got some tips on how to prepare for this upcoming madness. Number 1, you want to stock up on essentials. I ain't talking about doomsday prepping. You don't need a bunker and you don't need to hoard, but go ahead and get some, a little extra basics. The that means your toilet paper. Y'all already know how that goes. Trust, nobody wants a repeat of that toilet paper madness that we had during the worldwide health epidemic. But the fact is, people will begin to panic as word of the strike spreads and as the shelves start to get sparse. So go ahead, get canned goods, hygiene products, the things you use on the daily. And not to mention, the prices might start creeping up if the stuff gets harder to find too. So handle that now before you get caught out here slipping. Number 2, keep your eye on sales and buy in bulk. Listen, you ain't got to be rich to get ahead of this. Just watch those sales and, get that buy one, get one free action popping. I'm a couponer, so I'm going to take advantage of my limit of 8 at Publix. But you want to, look out for those deals, at Costco's or Sam's Club. Try to buy in bulk. Get things like laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, and other non-perishables. That's how you can stay ahead of this thing, right? And number 3, support local businesses. Here's some real talk. When the big box stores are struggling to get their shipments, local shops and businesses can become your lifeline. Farmers markets, small grocers, and local craftsmen aren't always tied to the global supply chain like the big box stores. They source locally, and this is when they really shine, actually. So check out what's going on in your community and buy local. Number 4, brace for those price hikes. I hate to say it, but this ain't gonna be pretty for your wallet. If the strike happens, shopping costs are gonna skyrocket. Okay? Just is what it is. Yeah, inflation. Okay, we're already dealing with that. But this could make it worse. So be mindful, right, of your spending. Hold back on, splurging right now. Just get what you need to get, not what you want. And number 5 is for my small business owners. If you run a small business or a side hustle and you rely on imports, this may be a good time for you to explore other ways to get your goods or even switch to suppliers who are more local, at least for now. That flexibility could keep you afloat while the ports get their acts together. Okay?
They're making billions and they're spending it fast as they make it. I want a piece of that for my men. Because when they made their most money was during COVID. When my men had to go to work on those piers every single day, when everybody stayed home and went to work. Not my men. They died out there with the virus. We all got sick with the virus. We kept them going. From Canada to Maine to Texas, Great Lakes, Puerto Rico, now the Bahamas, everybody went to work during COVID. Nobody stayed home. Well, I want to be compensated for that. I'm not asking for the world. They know what I want. They know what I want. And if they don't, well, then I have to go into the street and we have to fight for what we rightfully deserve. These people today don't know what a strike is. When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a Taft-Hartley on you. Go ahead. Taft-Hartley means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the companies money to pay their salaries. Well, they went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. In today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you And you have no idea what that means. Nobody does.
So there you have it. I know it's going to be stressful, but trust, we have been through worse and have come out on top. Just make sure you stay informed and stay ahead of the wave. And as the saying goes, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And let's hope the longshoremen get what they deserve and the powers that be figure it out before we all start feeling it. But if it does happen to go down, at least now you've got a game plan. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bet you know now.